Are these NBA City editions the worst ever? The jerseys are out, they've been leaked, and we're going to take a look at all of them. I'm Trevor Lane. This is the Basketball Bulletin. Make sure you subscribe right here to the channel before the season starts up. Joining me, it's Donnie. Donnie, how you doing?
I'm very disappointed at these jerseys. I just gotta say, I gotta say, when you asked me that at the very exact moment you said that, I heard my voice because I was exporting a video on the side. So it's like my video answered, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So
well, let's take a look. Here it is. Here's the new City Edition jerseys. This is, and we'll start with the Eastern Conference. So we have the Hawks, the Nets, the Hornets, the Bulls, the Celtics. You got the Cavs, the Pistons, and the Pacers. And then we've got the Miami Heat, the Knicks, the Magic, the Sixers, the Bucks, the Raptors, and the Wizards. I guess just starting with the Eastern Conference. Let's go here, Donnie. Let's start. There's so much negativity. Let's start positive. Of the East jerseys, which one is the best?
Oh, I think easily the Raptor one. The Raptor, it looks really good. I love the between the legs or whatever it's doing there, the Vince Carter dunk. It's pretty awesome, and the big dinosaur on the front. It doesn't even look like all the other ones. The other ones have like this specific design that they were trying to keep things everything else to sync with. But like with this one, it looks totally like its own thing, and I love it.
I do dig the Raptors one. I will say my favorite of these, I think, and the Raptors one, by the way, would be my second favorite. I think it's the Sixers one for me. It's just a very clean look. I like the coloring down the sides. I know most people will say it's too plain, but I kind of dig just that clean look of the Sixers jersey there. I don't mind that one. But all right, let's go to what I'm sure everybody wants to hear. What of these Eastern Conference teams, which one is the worst? And everybody watching this, by the way, comment down below. Let me know, what is the best, what is the worst? What's the worst of these?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You didn't flip back to this slide here. I gotta throw an honorable mention. I do like the Brooklyn one. I like the color scheme. I like the gray and all that. I also like the Indy side pieces that they have there.
That is cool.
Yeah. The Celtic one though, I'm not a big fan of that one.
No, and you know what? Like, I feel like is that our Lakers bias coming through, or is that just an ugly jersey? And even trying to set the bias aside, I'm like, no, that's just an ugly jersey. And my guy Keith Smith, he put on there on Twitter, he said, burn these. And he's a Celtics guy. So that is just a god awful jersey for the Boston Celtics. Like, you take this historic franchise and that's what you give them. It's like definitely. This lime-ish fluorescent green on black. It
just looks weird.
That's awful.
Like, I don't know what it almost looks like a practice jersey.
It does. It looks like a practice jersey. It looks like a practice jersey. Honorable mention though, for the team that had maybe the best City Edition jerseys for so long, Miami. It gets kind of lame when you actually put Heat culture on your. It's one thing to talk about Heat culture, but to put it on a jersey, and I know it's not the first time, but I don't like that. Not a fan.
That one just looks basic. Like, it is. I'm not really sure what they were going for with that. It doesn't have any pop to it. It's just a red, that's literally full red jersey there. It doesn't have any pop. I don't have anything to say about it, good or bad. It's just there. It just exists, right?
It looks like, you know how when you're playing on a team and you're scrimmaging and you got to have different color pennies that you put on. One team puts on one color. That's what this jersey looks like. It looks like, hey, everybody go grab a jersey. All you guys, you five, go grab jerseys out of the bin. It's a jersey out of the bin to throw on during practice, so you got the same color on as the rest of your scrimmage team. That's what that is. All right, let's move west. Let's head west. So here it is. Yeah.
Real quick, honorable mention. Go back to the previous slide. I really do like when there are call outs to previous like logos and stuff. Like, for example, the Magic one. It doesn't have the second star, but I do like the star being there. I think that's really cool. And also the Sixers logo. Like, I like that they do some of that type of stuff. It's just like I said earlier, like they're not all uniform. Like, some of them look really good. Some of them look like their own thing. Like the Raptor one kind of stands out.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird here, but I do like it. I do like it. in terms of like the way that they use those older logos.
Yeah, I do like the throwback look in general. All right, let's jump over here to the Western Conference. We've got kind of an icy theme for Minnesota. You've got the Lakers. We'll talk about the Lakers. You've got the Memphis one reminds me of the Memphis Hustle, which is their G League team. Just the color scheme is very similar to that. So there's group one for the West. Here's group two for the West. We've got the Pelicans, the Suns, the Blazers, the Kings, the Jazz, Spurs, and the Thunder. The Jazz, I think the Jazz are going to go back to this style as like a regular jersey in a couple of seasons.
Okay.
I think that's coming back.
Interesting.
But all right, let's go here. What now that you've seen these, which is the worst of the West jerseys?
What's the 5280? Is that Denver?
That's Denver.
Yeah. Okay. That one's cool. It's another one that's kind of different. There's no representation of the team there, so if you didn't know, it was Denver. The worst one.
Yeah, I guess I should have started best, but I'm diving right. I'm so negative about these. I'm diving right into the worst.
Yeah, is it the Laker one for like a lot of the same reasons as the Celtics one? I mean, I don't know. This color scheme, this like black purple, they've been using it a lot lately the last several years. So I kind of have an idea of how these will look, and I'm sure all these jerseys will look better in person when you see the players wearing them. But like, I haven't been a fan of the last couple city editions, so I'm not really a big fan of this one either. What's the other slide?
The Lakers set the city editions so high, the bar so high with the Black Mamba jersey.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I look at here's just the Lakers one. Like, why does it? I think this would be better if it just said Lakers on it. Like, why do you putting Lake Show on there? That's not so great. And look, the most controversial part of their purple jerseys now, it's the black stripe going up the side. And now you're just incorporating more of that purple and black together. It's a little bit odd. So I think it pains me to say it, but it might be the Lakers. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that San Antonio one either, though.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Spurs one. That was going to be my next pick. I think all of them look pretty good in the West.
But
what
about H-Town?
Spurs one
for Houston. It's just okay.
Maybe it's all right.
Just okay.
I think it might. I don't really care for the Clips jersey either, but I do like that color on them though. I think that one would be kind of cool.
The color is cool. Like this, I know they've got it on a bunch of other stuff, but I think that color with their new logo would be better. And it would remind people, if it's on a basketball jersey, that this is in fact not the Royal Caribbean logo. If they put it on a basketball jersey, I think that would be helpful. All right. So what's the best out of all these? What's the best one?
Oh man, I like the Utah. Like I mentioned earlier, going back to that older theme, I like it. I like the Suns. I also think the black on the Trailblazers looks really good. What's the other one? The other slide again? Yeah. Oh, I like Golden State. I do. Is Minnesota rocking like a similar theme to the one they wore last year?
It is, but last year was like, apparently from people in Minnesota, they said last one was like a winter-y theme. This is like an ice theme.
Oh.
So I know, right? We're splitting hairs here, but they wanted to. It was more of just a general winter theme. Now you've got ice.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. That's the idea apparently to keep
like
reminding people how cold it is there.
They're going back to that older color scheme from when they had their old logo with that Golden State jersey there, where they had those alternative jerseys, I think, or was it their away jersey? That was that color scheme. I like that one a lot. So but probably Phoenix. I think Phoenix looks really good.
Phoenix was also my pick for the best. By the way, the Kings were one that is bad that I didn't like. Just very, I don't know. I know it's plain. I picked the Sixers one that was plain, but the Phoenix one, here's what I like. They already had the Valley Suns jerseys that I thought were some of the best of the city editions in recent years. But this one, I like the lettering on it. It's kind of invoking that Old West style lettering. And that's, of course, that's where you are when you're in Phoenix. You're out in the desert. And so I thought that was just kind of a cool touch to add to that jersey. So I do like that jersey a lot. I think Phoenix is indeed continuing to win the day here when it comes to city editions. But in general, Donnie, when I look at these jerseys just across the board, I kind of feel like we're running out of ideas. Like that's the overall sense that I've got, that maybe the NBA is starting to run out of ideas with their city. Like there's no way when the Celtics folks are brainstorming,
Yeah.
there's no way this was anywhere near the top. This is like, oh man, we're like 6-7 years into this now. All right, I guess we're way down the list. I guess we'll try this one now. Like we're getting
I
deep
mean,
into the idea list here.
I mean, for that one, they didn't try anything. They didn't try. They just slapped the logo on there and called it a day.
They just
There's
gave it
no
to an
stripes.
intern. Said, here, make me something.
They didn't try.
Okay,
anything.
Send it. Do you even want to look at it? No, just send it. The league office wants it. I don't care. Just send it in.
There are some other simple ones in here, like the Bulls and the Mavs, that are really, really simple. They're not doing a lot, but that Celtic one I think kind of stands out to me. Yeah, I think the next step for this is to maybe do some. I wonder if they could do alternative logos. That would be an interesting thing.
That would be fun. That would be fun. And you know what? Open it up. Yeah. Make it a crowdsource thing, because people come up with some really creative stuff. I think that would be very cool and a good idea. But overall, Donnie, personally, I like the city editions in general. I like the idea of having kind of a cool, fun jersey that you can turn to each year. But I'm underwhelmed by these, and that's kind of been my takeaway the last few years, is that I've wound up feeling underwhelmed. So, is that ultimately where you land? Are you more in favor of these than I am?
No, I'm pretty much the same spot. I mean, it's just so hard to match those black mambas. That just is what it is. Like there have been some really good ones, like the Miami Heat ones are really good most of the time, but like that one is just so good. So I think that when I look at these, I just kind of compare in my mind. I'm not trying to, but I have to, you know? And I don't think anything has come close in the last few years. And some of these look good, like I've talked about throughout the video, but I think some of these are just a step down. They're not doing much. They're very safe, if you will. So hopefully they can kind of go back to the drawing board and reassess how they come up with these ideas next year and moving forward.
And for those who don't recall, I do have one behind me here, but it's kind of hard to see. But that's the Black Mamba edition jersey.
Oh.
I mean, it's so nice.
And it had the little scales on it. You can't really see it on the picture.
No, but they've got the scales on it, everything. That to me, that is my favorite NBA jersey, period. Out of all NBA jerseys, that is number one, top of my list. And they just set the bar so damn high. And that's the problem that they're now faced with. But everybody over here on the Basketball Bulletin, let us know your thoughts. What do you think about the city editions? Which one is the best? Which one is the worst? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to all kinds of NBA content coming out here on the Basketball Bulletin. Donnie, we made it somehow. Hopefully next year's city editions look better. But I appreciate you coming on here and playing fashion critic with me for a bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's a ton of fun to be able to do that. And like you said, hopefully next year's look better. Anyway, I'd like to say, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Also, earlier today, Trevor did an awesome video where he talked about the players that are getting traded in the NBA, and you can click on it right now.